From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Tasker and Andy.
Hello and welcome to a special episode of Tasker and Andy. I'm Luke Tasker and of course joined by Ticats great and my partner for the Ticats Audio Network, Andy Fantuz. Andy, how you doing, man? I'm excited for this Monday.
Me too, man. It's kind of like the summer's almost over, but we haven't had good weather, so it feels like it's been over for a while. But then now we got a heat wave, and this Monday should be great weather. And it's the Labor Day Classic against Toronto, tough challenge, great opportunity, but it feels like we're right back in the swing of the summer. So it's great. I'm feeling good.
If you don't have your tickets for the Labor Day Classic, there are still tickets available, and you can go to ticats.ca/tickets, and there you can still find some selections. They will end up selling out for this Labor Day Classic. Today we have another Ticat great with us, though, and the reason for the special Tasker and Andy episode here, the Alumnus of Distinction for the Labor Day Classic, will be none other than Erik Harris, former Ticat great teammate of Andy and mine for a few seasons in Hamilton. How you doing, man? It's great to see you.
I'm doing wonderful, man. Also known as the father of the twins when I was up there. I think they made the Jumbotron more than I did.
Yes, they were all over the place, man. Isaiah and Elijah, how are they?
They're doing awesome. They just won their tournament. We were playing a soccer tournament up in Auburn, Alabama, so they brought home the championship, and little Miss Esme, who's 7 now, she won as well as her first big tournament.
Wow. So the three champions in the house.
Yeah, the boys were born the year you came up to Canada, right? 2013?
Yep.
So they're 10 now?
Uh-huh.
So you come up to Canada, the CFL first year, and we don't have a stadium. We're in Jarvis. We're playing in Guelph. Bussing every day to McMaster. What did you think? What were your first impressions of the CFL?
It was pretty much my journey. There was really not a home base, right? But there were great people around me my whole life, so always had a support system. Couldn't have came to a better city, honestly, to fit my personality and my journey along the way. So for me, I embraced it. I didn't know any better. It's not like I played in any other professional league, so I loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome, man. I came in halfway through that season, and the two of you were balling already in 2013, and I came up, and both of you, interestingly, were two of the guys I got to know maybe quicker than most in the second half of 2013. And you're right, that was a group of great guys, man, and we were huddled in the basement of Jarvis in downtown Hamilton, and but what a special season that was.
Wow, it's not. I don't think too many people. Or you two have something in common that I don't think a lot of people would have, especially in this profession, with both having twins now.
I think Luke and Jenna held our twins too much. We
caught whatever it was that was contagious there. I remember walking with Isaiah and Elijah, like holding both of their hands, and with you and Teresa getting ice cream or something like that. And
Burlington.
You're right. All of a sudden, a couple years later, Jen and I all of a sudden were in the exact same situation. It was the first thing we thought of. I was standing in the ping pong room at Tim Hortons Field when Jenna called me to tell me that she had found out that we were having twins, and I thought, oh, I got to call Erik. This is not good, man. Oh, man, I've seen this from afar once, and I know that this is not easy. And sure enough, we lived out your reality of having the twin boys.
Yeah, but you look at it now, and it's such a blessing. They got each other. I mean, they keep me on my toes. That's for sure.
Absolute best.
Yeah, I've been following you on social, and seems like your family's a handful, but a lot of fun, and like you said, keeping you on your toes. So it must be great watching them grow up. And one thing I think all three of us had in common were really diligent. Taking care of your bodies and making sure you're ready to play. And that's why one thing I really respected about both of you. But I got a chance to work out with you a bit in the off season. I think I still have a couple pieces of your equipment, by the way. Your little balance circles with the ball underneath. You left them up here when you signed in New Orleans, and But I guess where I'm going with this is, your hard work pays off, and I don't know if all the Ticat fans kind of know what your journey was like after Hamilton. So can you kind of take us through that?
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much what you were saying is I left. Every year we would move back to the States, and that's hard in itself because you're losing money on every dollar and stuff like that. So you send your money home, you're losing money on that. You go back home to work a job in the off season. But that last year, I knew I was a free agent, so I just left all of our stuff up there, and I was like, I either sign in the NFL or I'm coming back to Hamilton because that was home for me if they were to take me back. But we left all of our stuff up there, training with you in the off season. If are we getting calls? They're calling some of the Ticats, get permission to work me out. So in 2016, I work out on February 1st and signed February 1st with New Orleans. I had to come back up to Canada to get all of our stuff, and people look, all of our contract stuff's on the line, so they're like, oh, 3 years, 1 point whatever $1 million. And I'm like, I wish I had that. I got $2,000 to sign with the Saints, and then I had to give that to our landlord up in Canada because we owed him rent money. And then we had to leave stuff there, whatever. I remember Coach Austin came over, helped me move in a 6x12 trailer. Wow. I had to sell some game-worn jerseys and some gloves just to get back in the States because we didn't have any money at the time. So, I mean, it was a grind to get to the NFL just to get the opportunity. Obviously, I made the team in 2016. 4 games in, tear my ACL and both my meniscus. So... yeah. So you were teammates with Dalvin Breaux in the Saints, correct? And he actually gave you a referral to the coach to come and can look at you. Is that true? Yeah, he kept hounding him like, hey, you gotta work out my guy E. He just does it all. He plays special teams. He's versatile on defense. He can do it. He can do it all. So he kept putting the word in. So I fly down, and I'm good. I'm like, okay, my first NFL workout ever. I played professional ball for 3 years, so I'm like not super, super nervous, but I'm still anxious. And then he walks in, and I'm like, oh, here it goes. Like, now I'm super nervous. I can't make him look bad. So I remember he told me, he's like, Sean Payton said, well, we're going to sign him. He said, we're going to sign him, but if he doesn't turn out, it's on you. If he's a good player, we'll take it. Wow. That's funny.
Good for Breaux. Breaux has been the alumnus of distinction since the creation of the Ticats Audio Network and this thing that we do, and just an amazing story, the two of you guys from Hamilton to the Saints together, and that's a real teammate who puts his own reputation on the line to get his boy there.
Right, definitely, man, definitely. But just let you know the type of relationship we had when we were up there. We talked about it all the time. He was like, I'm gonna go down there, and then I'll meet you down there, because he was on the 2-year deal. I was still on the 3-year deal. So I remember when we played in the Grey Cup in SAS. It was freezing cold, so we didn't go many places, whatever. We went to the little restaurant down the corner to get some food every once in a while, but I think we did that like once or twice. But we sat in the room and ate those DoubleTree cookies, and just talked about what we were gonna do and his future and stuff like that. So good memories.
Man, I didn't know that. I didn't know you had that grind trying to leave town and all that. That's a good story.
Yeah, amazing. Great Ken Austin story too. I didn't know that he came and helped you move. He was he did love his players, man. I mean, that's a real sign of a good coach as well.
Yeah, no, he came and he kind of took order. This should go here, that should go there, in this position, that position. Couch should go here. I was like, all right, let's do it. And whatever we couldn't fit in a 6x12 trailer because the U-Haul was too expensive, we just left behind. The landlord was like, I want to furnish the place, so if you want to leave this, that, I'll just take it off your rent. I'm like, all right, perfect.
Wow, nice, amazing.
So you go from Sean Payton to New Orleans, and then you go over to it started at Oakland, right? When you first went there before the Raiders moved to Las Vegas. And was Gruden the coach your first year there?
Del Rio was still there.
Oh, Del Rio was still there. Yeah, okay.
Del Rio. Yeah.
And you came in as a backup, but then got your chance to start and balled out, right? You had like 6 tackles or something in your first game, and then never looked back.
Yep. So when I first got there, Del Rio was there. his staff got let go. They brought Gruden in, and they were pretty much going to wipe slate like any coaching staff really does. They bring their guys in, right? But I remember we played the Cowboys on like a Thursday night game. Just the famous index card when they measure with the index for the first down.
Yeah.
So after that game, the special teams coach for the Cowboys, who later became my special teams coach, Rich Bisaccia, he's like, "Hey, 41, we have a lot of respect for you in our room. All we did was talk about you all week, how we had to stop you. Next thing you know, the next year, he's my coach." So Gruden, nobody knew who I was, really. I wasn't really playing defense at the time. So he was like, "Can we talk about number 41 before we, like, get rid of him?" Like, he was our best special teams player. So he fought for me to stay. And, man, like, I started making plays in OTAs, and Gruden walked in his office. He's like, "Dude, tell me about Erik Harris. Who is this guy?" So then Gruden kind of fell in love with me and gave me an opportunity there, and started rotating me on defense. I played 2018. I played about 43% of the snaps on defense. But then that's when I signed my extension to come back, and then the following year, 2019 was my best year, and I didn't even play a snap the first game. They drafted their first-round guy. They had another safety in front of me, so I was really the number 4. First rounder gets hurt first game. Other guy gets hurt. Then I start playing, and I was just like, it was week 4. I play against the Colts. I start and have the game-winning pick. So it's just crazy how you never know how opportunity will arise, and you just have to be ready for it at this level at any time. Even right now for me, I'm a free agent trying to play another year, and it's like you got to stay in shape. You got to balance life, balance the family, and still stay in shape and be ready.
Wow.
Yeah, you signed a nice 2-year deal with the Raiders, and then you went over to the Falcons for 1 year, right?
2 years. I signed a 1-year deal and then re-signed.
And then a re-sign.
Yep.
So you're kind of just in the waiting zone right now. So what do you do with your day to day?
I'm a bus driver for my kids. You go to car line, drop off, work out, run to the new build. Make sure everything's going good there. Even though we have a builder, he can't be there all the time. So the subcontractor, you gotta stay on him, man.
So yeah, tell us about where you are and what you're doing. You're saying you guys are building a new house down there?
Yeah, we're down in the Panhandle of Florida, actual Central Time Zone. So when people think of Florida, they think of the Eastern Time Zone, Disney, and all that stuff. We're more in like the country, Alabama area. So we're building a house down here on the water. It's beautiful. God's been good to us. It hasn't been as bad as people say. Not even close to a divorce, but it's been stressful.
That's good, man. It's one thing to be a bus driver. You're a bus driver for a championship sports players, so that's okay. If you're driving champions around the Panhandle of Florida, then that's fine. Good, that's good work if you can find it.
For sure, it pays off.
Cool, man. So Alumnus of Distinction, congratulations. First off, you'll see when you get there. It's a cool little thing they do before the game. You'll be down on the field, and fans, remember, you can come by to see Erik pregame. He'll be out in the quad there by the stadium signing autographs, and then be sure to get in your seats early to see him on the field before the game starts. The Labor Day Classic, you played in it. Do you have a play or some memories of some of those Labor Day Classics that stand out to you?
The fact that we played a Monday one time and then turned around and played Toronto again on a Friday, it was like a long halftime. That was kind of wild.
Crazy. That is crazy, man.
No, I remember the last one we played. I think is when we just got the third unis that we played in Hamilton, and it was hot. It was hot, and I know Twos were talking about getting some warm weather. I guess I'm bringing that with me from Florida. But it was a hot one. I remember I blitzed one time and I like jumped up to bat the ball down and got flipped or whatever. But I just remember those games and how locked in every week, all week guys were in the locker room. I mean, like, it's just the battle of the QEW, right? Yeah. And it's just the intensity, the fans. It's like not literally you lose every game, but that one. But it's like you just got to win that one game, right? It means so much. The pride of just rooting for your team that day is huge.
Well, the Ticats, unfortunately, coming off of last year's Labor Day Classic loss. Prior to that, I think it was a 7-year winning stretch. And we'll see if these Ticats coming off a huge win in BC can take back the winning edge of the Labor Day Classic for 2023. Is your family coming up with you, Teresa and all the kids?
Yep, we're all coming up, so we'll all be there.
Cool, man.
So we got to do some practicing on the Oski Wee Wee, make sure we look like a good collective group.
Well, I
Are
know
they out on the field with you?
Yeah. If they allow me, we haven't really talked about it, so that'd be awesome.
I think, yeah.
But,
hey, you're the Alumnus of Distinction, man. You call the shots.
I'm gonna apologize for our 4-year-old in advance. He's a wild one, so I'm not sure if he'll do it correctly, but he'll be out there freelancing.
I know everybody listening is wondering, Luke, do you know if it's even possible just to sign a 1-day contract and like just play the game with the team and then go back to your training for the NFL?
You already said you're in shape. You're training. Can we? Let's make this thing happen. How sweet would that be?
I'm ready to go for a phone call. I tell a lot of guys in the NFL, I'm like, dude, like, obviously the money is a lot different, right, from north to south. But I'm like, the game up in Canada it's just a lot more fun. It really is. I missed it. I missed the style of the game.
Really?
Well,
yeah.
You were that type of player man, you must have actually played 6 different positions on defense. Like you played, everything from did you ever play Will or Mike on with the Cats?
I thought it was going to, but
maybe Will.
No, not really.
You must have played everything else though.
Yes, the first game I was on practice squad, and then it came day 2, and Burke came and got me, and I'm like, oh man, I'm getting cut already. And he's like, no, like, we're gonna activate you this first game. Like, pretty much, I was that designated import guy at the time. That's what they called it, and I was pretty much a special teams guy. And it was Bro went down with cramps, so I played corner. Didn't take a rep in corner all training camp. Played corner, made a good tackle. D Webb pulled his hamstring, so then I went in at Sam, and then I played a little free safety, and I was just like, man. I was all over the place, but it got me on the field and it kept me on the field. It obviously, trust is a big thing when it comes to the coaches, so it was pretty big.
Gave you a lot of experience playing all those different positions and the special teams, really, to set you up for whatever was to come in the future. That's great. There was only a few players in my memory that I could say could do it like you, so that's pretty cool.
Appreciate it, man.
The speaking of special teams and coaches, you've got, as you go out there to do the Oski Wee Wee on Monday, you're going to be on the field with a lot of the same guys who you were on the field with as a player. Coach O, of course, will be standing right there. You can bet he's going to come give you a hug on the sidelines. Jeff Reinbolt, of course, Forever 21, Simone Lawrence is going to be out there, and Ted Laurent. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it seems to me like it's like you might have a feeling of your football career coming full circle, being back out there for Alumnus of Distinction.
It really is, and I was just telling people, I started my brand, my Having Faith brand. It kind of, whenever I talk to schools or students and stuff like that, it's just about believing in yourself and believing in God, that He'll be with you through everything. It's like I'm at the end of my career again, right? And it's like how my career started. It's believing, waiting, in a season of patience and waiting. So just coming back is like, it's a great feeling, honestly. I get goosebumps thinking about it. I haven't been back since, obviously, because of the schedule having a line. But, just having this opportunity is pretty special for me. So it'll be awesome.
Any spots in Hamilton you want to you're gonna hope to check out with the fam? Any like restaurants or just areas like nature or anything like that?
Definitely go over to Burlington to see the water. I mean, Luke and Jen and I, the family used to go over there, like you said, with the ice cream and stuff. I don't know if it's still there. The Works where the burgers were. I don't know if that's still over there. I was joking with Teresa last night about it, but. The kids want to see Niagara Falls, so we're flying into Buffalo to see Niagara Falls. They've been asking about that. So a couple of different places. We just want to see people, man. Places are awesome, but people are better, because, you make lifetime connections and stuff. So just to catch up with friends and family up there, so it'll be awesome.
Cool, man. We just love to give you if you have a message for Ticat fans, they'll be able to come see you on Monday, but anything you want to say to Ticat fans who are looking forward to your Alumnus of Distinction?
Yeah, we're just the Harris family. We're stoked to come back. We're super excited to come back to a place that we call home. You know, it was the first time we, as a family, got to experience what it was like to be on a professional team. You guys really embraced us. I mean, I remember fans still giving our kids birthday presents, showing up, making sure our kids had tidbits to take home with them and stuff like that. So it's a very unique place, and we're really excited to come back.
That's awesome. So all the fans are excited to see you. I'm sure there's a lot that remember the boys up on the Jumbotron, like you were saying, and see them all grown up now. Geez, they're probably almost as tall as Luke now. No, I'm just kidding.
They're probably faster, I guess. That's probably true.
I keep joking with Drew. He used to push him around the locker room and stuff in the big laundry bins. I'm like, you still got room in one of those laundry bins for the twins?
That's great, man.
Yeah.
The fans, if you want to come out and celebrate Erik during the game or pre-game and the Labor Day Classic, you can get your tickets you need to go to ticats.ca/tickets. Of course, Erik will be signing autographs before the game. Alumnus of Distinction. Andy, I think you and Bubba are going to have him maybe on a little bit halftime or pre-game, and so just be sure to tune into the Ticats Audio Network for the broadcast and content with Erik. Guys, looking forward to seeing both of you guys on Monday for a great Labor Day Classic.
Man, I can't wait. I'm fired up.
Me too, man. Safe travels with the fam, and God bless. We'll see you soon. Love you guys.
See you guys.
Right. Appreciate it, guys.